Day number 4. Day number 4 of Metaphysical analysis of Star Wars The Old Republic. People, yes, the best game of all time. And in this series of videos I am trying to prove, like a defensive thesis at college or a university, why I have objective reasons to say why this is the best game of all time. Okay, and besides all of the reasons that I gave you in the previous 3 days, today we'll talk about something very interesting that I'm sure all of you will appreciate, which is the sequential ability rotation system of the game. Yes, in the first stream we actually mentioned it, but we didn't take a look in depth as to what makes that such a complex and intricate, fascinating mechanic that pretty much contributes to make the gameplay system perfect. I've mentioned the skill tree, the abstract complexity of Dungeons & Dragons 4.0 versus 3.5, which would be Baldur's Gate pretty much, and that's why we are analyzing the game at the same time as Dragon's Sun 1, The Dark Eye. Okay, but today I wanted to take an in-depth look into the sequential ability rotation, the core of the gameplay mechanics, in depth, and all of the implicacies, all of the consequences that it has. Pretty much implementing a real-time ability rotation and the real-time combat system that it brings with it. Because remember that 3.5, that Dungeons & Dragons 3.5, it's a still real-time, but with pause. Here you don't have a pause. So, let's get to it, people. Today we'll continue with the Shadow of Revan expansion as I talk about all of these topics. The in-depth ability rotation. So, continue enjoying the glory of Star Wars The Old Republic. Let's get to it, people. Everything seems to be ready. Good. The title is okay. The category is alright. Everything seems to be working perfectly. There we go. Good. Everything seems to be working correctly. Let me see that everything is okay. So that's what we're going to talk about today in our 4th day of analysis of what I consider objectively the best game of all time. Pretty much. Pretty much. Okay, here we are. Remember, the old hero engine needs some minutes to render there. But we should be good to go. Yeah, please don't log me out of the game. There it says no longer AFK. Please don't log me out of the game. There we go. And remember, last time we finished the pretty much all of the story. Yeah, remember that this planet, specifically Rishi, has this stupid fog that is not my connection, it's not my GPU. I have a 3080 for a game that is from 2011, so imagine. It's because of this stupid fog that they implemented in the expansion, that it has that stuttering because it conflicts with the crappy hero engine that Electronic Arts forced on the developers. So last time we did the storyline here in Rishi. We talked about the threat of Darth Revan. We did 2 flashpoints, and basically because of that, now the Republic and the Empire fleets are uniting against a common threat, thanks to our contributions. So let's get to the negotiations, see how that plays out.
A truce for the time being.
This one is Darth Mar, leader of the Dark Council.
We've reached an accord, and without a council majority. We both know time is too short for consultations and politics.
SWTOR, Grand Master of the Jedi Order. Your intervention allowed us to defend ourselves against the Revanite fleet. Many thousands owe their lives to your actions.
Previous Flashpoint
And the
people pretty much watch the
all-encompassing
previous
knowledge
part.
of the Order of Revan
For
has
more
been
context.
excised from our fleet.
If you want more
Now
context.
we turn to the matter of Revan himself.
Shadow of Revan expansion. Sure.
My agent here has discovered that Revan's on the fourth moon of Yavin, where he believes the last spark of the Sith Emperor resides.
Oh.
Revan intends to return the Emperor from the brink of death, so he may finally be destroyed.
Interesting. The Emperor that he's referring to is Darth Vitiate. Sorry. Darth Vitiate, people. Darth Vitiate. Darth Vitiate is... Well, by now I can reveal it. Spoiler alert, I've been teasing this for the previous three parts of the stream. So if you really want to know the story in order, then I don't know, do as I said in the first part and first read the book Revan, which is Knights of the Old Republic 3, and then play this game, specifically the Jedi Knight story, which is Knights of the Old Republic 4, and then all of this would be Knights of the Old Republic 6, 5, 6, 7, all of the subsequent continuations of the story, basically. In this game, you also meet Revan. Nothing happens, pretty much. You also meet Revan normally, not like this one that I see here. I haven't seen it. So the one he's talking about, the Emperor, is Darth Vitiate, who is the one responsible. Is the main antagonist of the book Revan, let's say. That's what Revan went to look for in the uncharted regions of space after the first game. Darth Vitiate, and you must be wondering, so threatening. There was nothing more powerful than Malak in that game. Yeah, you would be surprised if you remember Knights of the Old Republic 1. Revan and Malak were originally Jedi, and they go to the Mandalorian Wars and etc., and then they disappear, the undiscovered regions of space, and they return as Sith. They return as Sith originally because they met Darth Vitiate. The first Knights of the Old Republic happens, and then Revan, once again, after he defeats Malak, he goes once again to the uncharted regions of space, leaving Bastila, nurturing their children. Basically, Theron Shan there is the grandson or something of Revan, and Satil Shan as well of Bastila and Revan. They are their children and grandchildren and etc. He departs for the uncharted regions, where he joins forces with the protagonist of Knights of the Republic 2, with the canonical protagonist is Mitra Sunik, a Jedi Master, that also joins him, and they go to the uncharted regions of space, and basically they discover the whole truth, but they are unable to get out of Dramant Kas, the capital of the Sith Empire, where I have my stronghold, my apartment in this game, basically. And they discover the original Sith Empire with the Emperor and the Sith purebloods and etc. So, then after that, Revan, you can meet him in a flashpoint in this game after the Emperor has Darth Vitiate precisely takes care of him, let's say, and then the Emperor is finally Vitiate is finally defeated by the player in Knights of the Old Republic 4, which is the Jedi Knight story in this game, right? So when that happens, well, then the Dread Masters appear, which is the armor that you see the armor that you see in my that I use all the time, that golden armor of my Twitch channel, that's the Dread Master. Then the Dread Masters were, let's say, advisors to the king, to the emperor in this case, potentially as powerful or more than him together. They advise him, and then more stories in the game happen. That's why I think it's a game full time. The writing quality is also top notch. So, for now, the information we have, we are part of the Dark Council. When you play the Sith Inquisitor story, Darth Mar is the leader of the Dark Council. The Dark Council is basically a political organization that governs the Empire when the Emperor is defeated, basically. It's like a crisis committee. So, we are part of the Dark Council, and this is the leader, Darth Mar. Basically, this is Battle Master armor. This is the original armor that you got back then when you played the game for the warrior, and the one I'm using is the one for the Inquisitor. So basically, I bet in 5 minutes I gave you the whole information that you need. I think, just for context, for those of you who join and don't know, watching this as a YouTuber and don't know anything about the game. Basically, I give you the context in 5 minutes of thousands of years of Old Republic, Star Wars Old Republic history. Okay, so now we have united forces. We have united forces that we see that Revan has returned. The Emperor disappeared, and he is being mentioned now because Revan intends to return the Emperor from the brink of death. So he didn't die. This is the first time I see this. This is a surprise for me. So he didn't die, apparently.
The Sith Emperor may not be in command any longer, but he still is our Emperor. The Emperor is not the being he once was. He now hungers for the end of life itself. He would consume us all.
Like
In
Darth
resurrecting the
Nihilus.
Emperor, Revan believes he will succeed where others have failed, but the Emperor will prove far too powerful for Revan or anyone else.
See, it makes sense.
Darth Mar and I will be leading a joint strike force on Yavin 4 to put an end to Revan's plan. I hope you'll join us.
As do I, for the Empire and for the galaxy.
He's obsessed with defeating the Emperor that beat him twice. That's the thing. Beat him and twisted him into the dark side and etc. twice. By that I mean...
That went surprisingly well, I think.
Yeah, it's nice to see the Empire and Republic can work together without stabbing each other in the back.
It was the right move arranging for your capture. We've succeeded, haven't we?
Unbelievable. Where's the trust, huh? Did they go wander off someplace, or was it never there to start with?
Ah, yeah, this guy is Theron Shan. He's everyone with the Shan last name is a descendant of Revan, because Bastilla Shan, the other one, is Satil Shan, and this is her children, the Grand Jedi Master of the Order that you just saw. It's basically Theron Shan. He got captured last time. We rescued him. Watch the previous part in case you want context. We went incognito as pirates and etc.
It happened. It's over. It's in the past. Let it go.
Oh, yes, it's
And this is Jakaro from the second game or the first game from
Isn't there
first?
anything else you wanted first?
Yes.
No, from the second.
Will that be all?
Onward to Yavin 4th. Let's ignore the stupid dialogue lines that they've included for the purpose of not offending anyone in the universe in 2015. Peak of the Obama administration, people. What are you going to expect? Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about
Time is
it.
short, and the fate of our empire
You know what I
stands
think.
before us.
I'm with you, Dark Lord, no matter what.
Right. What she said, but less Sithy.
I do hope we get to kill a lot more Revanites. Not as satisfying as when I'm fully assembled and can do it myself, but still. Dead Revanites.
Well. As you can see, people.
I believe we're ready when you are, my lord.
Ah, by the way, for those of you who don't know, you are not
To Yavin
listening.
4, then. Let's finish this.
You are not listening to the soundtrack of the game itself because it has a lot of copyrighted Star Wars music, but you are listening to the original soundtrack of the game that very talented composers created, which I think has much more merit than any injected Star Wars music that from the movies that Disney could implement later. Right, so you will listen to the original soundtrack of the game that was much better than anything that Disney could have composed at all. All right, let's hope it doesn't lag as I get to my ship. If it does, I'll just activate an emergency fleet pass. All right, it's a bit better than what I had before. Before the game regrets and the engine goes to shit. Yeah, now it works. It's just that this fog is weird. Let me just get to my ship. By the way, people, I've done some adjustments to my gear in the meantime. I have applied some color dice, so the red is a bit darker, right? This is the Dreadmaster armor. This is kind of like, this is how what you look continuously at in my stream because I use the face, the Dread Guard mask, and everything that what you see here that I have on my stream as my channel's banner and everything, an icon. It's I look exactly like a Dreadmaster. The Dreadmasters were those powerful Sith that I have to travel manually. Okay, no matter. I can get to my ship. Let me get to my ship so we get out. We finally get off of this laggy Rishi planet here. So let's see what we can do. So, what you see constantly, the armor I wear, is the Battlemaster armor, the original PvP armor of the game. It's the original PvP armor of the game for the Inquisitor, which is...
You should notice a 0.00008% power increase.
Thank you, Droid. What you see here, let me find some light here. What you see, well, this is terrible light. We need some more light. See, streaming wasn't a thing back then. We didn't have those professional. I don't even have them here, but well, I just use my lights. You can see that this is the Battlemaster armor. Perhaps there, perfect. There. This is the Battlemaster armor. This is how a Dreadmaster looks like. In that sense. This is the Dread Guard mask. You can only get it from Dread Tooth, which is a world boss. And I told you the story the other day that we did with my guildies, and it's a gift from my guild. That's why it's so special to me from back then. So this is how a Dreadmaster looks like. It's pretty much a one-to-one copy what I did, and basically they were kind of like the most. They were even as powerful or even more powerful than the Emperor when together. The Dreadmasters, that's a story for another time. Then we can do a stream specifically for the Dreadmasters. So we have to travel manually the first time to Yavin 4th. So this is the planet that they incorporated with the Shadow of Revan expansion from 2015. Okay, so we'll have to travel manually. Yes, here in this game you have to pay every time you travel. It's really, back then you didn't have to pay. Well, it's Electronic Arts, you have to pay every time you travel. No worries. I spent most of my money on some components that I needed to enhance my armor, so... And I still haven't enhanced it with them, so... because I need more. But well. Let's get to it, people. Yavin 4th is the first time I'm going to be on this planet. So we'll explore it together. It'll be new for you and for me, for both of us in that sense. So, as I was mentioning, it's a one-to-one copy of the Dreadmasters, the armor I wear, which in turn it's the PvP Battlemaster set for the Inquisitor, except for that special mask that you see that I use all the time. Why is it so important? Because that mask has that dreadful guard effect that allows you to then get to a very secret boss that I never got to because you need to be in an operation, a raid group or whatever, and I just kill players basically. I did some operations, but pretty much my main my main talent was PvP. Hey, they enhanced the shadows. I need to be oh. Hey, they also enhanced the shadows here a lot. Well, I'm playing on Ultra. I may need to lower that a bit, at least the frame rate. But well, oh, so this is Yavin 4th, or how it looked like 3,600 years before the movies, as you know them. This is a daily area, right? That I hadn't unlocked previously, but I always saw it there. Let me check the there we go, for the Empire and for the Republic. Ah, so cute. They tried to unite both factions this time. Click to travel here. Oh, it's not unlocked yet. Then you have Locath Expanse. Alright, so these are all daily areas. This Oricon is, we need to get to the moon of Oricon. That's where the Dreadmasters were in their final rebellion. Their operation bosses. I won't be able to show them to you, but I'll be able to show you the dailies. Operations means raids of 16 players. I don't have the capability of telling other 15 people to join me, but well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? If I had, we would do it. See? Okay, let's get to it. Let's continue with the story. I want to unlock this daily area that I could never explore.
There can be no mistaking it. The Emperor is on this moon. Revan is here as well. And another presence, if you wish to believe the Grand Master.
Another
presence. It's unclear. The dark side permeates everything here. Saturates it. I've been to Oricon. This is another level entirely.
Another level entirely. Don't defy the Dreadmasters. Well, the dialogues are getting a bit better here. Dialogues are getting a bit better. You are worthless, Atil. Are you afraid? Sounds about right. What would a Sith role say in this situation? Well, considering that I am part of the Dreadmasters, and I've been to, and she's saying that in Oricon they were less powerful. We go.
You must be joking.
The Order of Revan is garrisoned inside an old Masasi temple. That is where the dark side is most prevalent.
We carved out an area as close to the temple as we could. The high concentrations of Masasi in these parts made it difficult.
It didn't help that
Masasi.
you knew about the Masasi, but didn't bother to give a heads up to our recon teams.
Masasi. What's that?
They're your genetic cousins.
Huh?
Barbaric warriors from Korriban. I thought you would know.
Don't you teach your people anything, Lana?
Agent, compose yourself. While Darth Mar and I have reached an accord, many of those under our command obviously don't share our sense of commitment.
If you were to assist in shoring up our position, it would serve as an example to the rest.
Oh, we
We
get
can
to
be
play
pragmatic
babysitting
if we choose
to the
to.
game.
Do what you do so well out there. I'll remain in touch.
The Coalition lore. Ah, you also have a lot of lore to read here in case you're interested, people. Epic enemies. Hi, here is Dread Tooth. We need to show you that. Have him in Flashpoint. Yeah, there are many more. Ah, yeah, here you have the whole galactic history with the Datacrons. I am a Datacron hunter, people, because they give you stat boosts, and as you can see, I have almost all of them. There. They added some, that's why, but it wasn't 85, it was kind of like 60. It was pretty close. So, PvP, want a match, here you have the lore. Let's see how much lore this fucking game has. Lost knowledge, here you have, well, I don't know what you have there. That's the key of this game in a lot of cases. This game is mysterious. It has a lot of mysteries for you to explore. Way before Breath of the Wild, way before The Witcher, way before in that sense. Well, there you have the story. You can read it a bit. I'll leave it there a bit so you can read it. There you can see that he left for he left for the uncharted regions of space to stop the Sith Emperor. Well, there you have a summary, more or less, if you wanted to read it. I was going to show you the datacrons, right? As you can see, there must be datacrons on this planet that I haven't... Not all planets have datacrons. Let me see if this one does. Because it could be a daily area now. Rishi, it did have them. I collected them long ago. As you can see, these are all datacrons. They increase your stats. So I need to keep my eyes peeled once we reach these new expansion planets, because they have some datacrons. Ossus, Onderon, Meksha, Rushnuk, and Kesanslani. I don't know those planets. I've never been to them. So here there are no datacrons for us. So let's just begin. Let's just do the dailies. Well, it is a daily area actually. I also changed the color, the crystal color of my lightsaber, as you can see there. It's derelict purple. It's a special color that I have in my force focus here. I have one red crystal and one purple derelict crystal, and I interchange them as I like changing the colors, pretty much. So let's get to it, people. Hope the new color suits you well. You can get a stronghold daily. There they are. So here you normally grab your dailies, but for now we have to basically finish do it kind of like in the story way. Well, yeah, they are the dailies. Oh shit, they are basically. Let me disconnect this shit. Let me disconnect this shit. So we just grab this here, and I presume we get them from the guy's manual. So okay. Okay, so you get to do the dailies, but talking to the people. It's the same. It's a round of dailies. It's a round of dailies that I never did, so there will be a bit of a learning curve, but no matter. Download data from the console. Daily altars of history. Okay, here they are sparring or what? I know they are sparring between themselves. They are kind of like...
I'm begging you, if you won't hold your fire around the temple, at least remove any artifacts for...
Okay. So, normally you would get them from the terminal, but now you get to do them kind of like manually, since it's your first time. It gives you the story context. Okay. Okay. It's the first daily area that I unlocked since 2015. You have Republic and Imperial transports. See how amazing this effect is. Those things in the background are actually 2D JPG images, basically, that they paste there, but they are so perfectly intertwined with the terrain that it feels so natural. But you can see the cat there. Perhaps like this you will be able to see it. It's very well done, because they also added it down here, mixed with some 3D models. There you can see, and with the sky perfectly executed. See how beautiful it is. With the ships there. Okay.
At your service, my lord.
Enough of me rambling and praising the game. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. Oh, we got Imperial Walkers. Didn't know we had those. First time I see them in this. Okay. Let me make sure one last time that, yeah. I have to repair my gear. Sell that. Good. And already we have enemies. Okay. I'll mount on my very expensive armored Beractyl mount. Now it took me a lot of tries on the GTN, in the Galactic Trade Network, the auction house, to get it. I had to wait for it to be at the right price because it was always expensive. Okay. I use this mount. I mentioned it previously because canonically the Dread Masters were imprisoned on Belsavis, which is a world that you can also explore in this game. It's a prison world in which you set them free for the first time. And the Varactyl, precisely, that Obi-Wan uses in the third movie, is original from there, among other planets, but original from there in this game. In this game, it's the main... hey, you can attack the walkers? Oh, that will be my first enemy. Now we know which is going to be our first enemy. So my Baractyl mount is from there, so it's, let's say, canonically precise. Okay. Oh, you got a nice stun there. Not that it will help you. Time for my damage over time. I explained all of the mechanics of the game last time. Hey, I couldn't even complete my rotation. I'm just so good. No, people. No. It's just that I have good gear. Okay. Hey, what's that big guy? Rogue Massassi Brute. See, this is the beauty of this game. Besides the PvP and the PvE. It has that sense of mystery. Like, what's that species? It looks like a Sith pureblood. Like my character is. So, let's see what I can do about him. Oh. Oh, he's immune to knockbacks, or did mine fail? No, that was easy. Savage Jungle. Defeat jungle creatures 1 out of 30. It's a bonus of the main mission. The main mission is in purple. The other ones are not. Okay, alright, so then we shouldn't have skipped them. Right, let me point that correctly. I think that with Force Lightning I can just deal with them, with the moisture. Let's just kill everything around us then. Let us complete the daily diligently. Well, no, it's the main mission, actually, it's not the daily. There we go. Now, you can see, and getting into the topic of analysis for today, people. They drop loot. Well, it's loot. You can then sell that shit for some money, I guess. I need the money for some recombinators, so it will be useful. So for Force Storm, it will be faster. It also stuns them, as you can see. Not with a 100% warranted stun chance, but still. And the build that I'm using, you know it, people, it's Madness. I love Madness. It's the best. It's the best for PvP. And you can also do bioanalysis on them, and it gives you materials. You don't see it, but there you can see that thanks to the fact that I have the chat open, it gives you them materials. Getting into the topic of analysis for today. People, I want you to talk about precisely what I'm doing, the sequential rotation. And you can see, if you've been watching the previous parts, that I changed the order of the abilities. I changed it. Why? And that leads me to the topic of analysis, which precisely I wanted to begin by remembering, or asking you if you remember, how I analyzed it when I played Sacred 2. If you remember it. When I analyzed Sacred 2, by the end of the very great game that I highly recommend you play, I gave it a perfect score. You can watch the analysis over at YouTube. But the point is that by the time I was... anyone else? There's one more. Around the tree. Or not. Nah, it was some kind of stupid bug, or I killed them way too fast, or whatever. Alright, the other objective is over there. When I analyze Sacred 2, people, remember that I mentioned that by the end of the game, after I gave it a perfect score, and it doesn't change because the game it deserved it 100%, I mentioned that the only flaw regarding the gameplay mechanics that I would definitely highlight, that would have potentially increased, not a flaw, but what could have potentially increased the abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics was lack the lack of a sequential ability rotation and the abstract complexity that it adds to the gameplay mechanics. Something that I mentioned when we started playing this game some weeks ago, to pay attention to how tightly integrated, how high the degree of efficiency in the integration of the sequential ability rotation is. Because, for example, you can see that when I activate, for example, Death Brand, it applies the death marks, 15 of them. That then enhance the damage of my damage over time abilities, of my damage over times abilities. So, not only that, for example, you have, where is it, the one that creates wrath, which is the one that gives you wrath here. Well, whatever. One of the passives here, because they rearranged the skill trees and everything. They rearranged the skill trees so everything. It should be this one. Basically, your force lightning. Well, they incorporated it in the ability itself, because I can see it there in the description. By the end of the description, pay attention to the last paragraph that says, at 4 stacks, Wrath causes your next lightning strike, crushing darkness, or demolish to activate instantly, consume 50% less force, and deal 25% more damage. That's what you see me doing when I activate this, and then I activate demolish. That's the key. Now, but it's not only that. With Plague Master, that is another talent that you could see there, for example, it finishes off all of the periodic damage over time abilities. And you could see that previously I had them kind of like arranged differently, but that was a mistake. People. Because like this, as I have the rotation now, I make full use of the abilities, and they are perfectly combined. Because, for example, this Force Lich that you see me do only deals 30% more damage when it's affected by Affliction. However, it's easy to interrupt, because you can see that it has a 1.5 casting time, something like that. And first you have to activate Creeping Terror, which paralyzes the target for 2 seconds, so I can paralyze it as I backpedal with Force Speed like this. I paralyze, and then I activate Force Lich. So you can see that all of the abilities are so perfectly integrated that you have to combine the order in which you use them. Not only that, the Death Brand activates the Death Brand activates the death marks. Yeah, the death marks. However, oh, they respawn. However, you will see that I made a mistake at the beginning, because I was not making full use of the death marks that I would impose on the target, right? But like this, activating these ones before the death mark ensures, because this one consumes at an accelerated rate of 2 ticks per second. Here, I ensure that I don't waste all of them. I want to find a powerful creature so you can see what I mean. So, first I activate the Force Lightning, then this, then like this. It's paralyzed, it cannot move. Then I activate the Force Lich, then I activate this. Here, well, and if the creature had survived, it wouldn't, because I finished all. It dealt the whole damage of all of the damage over time abilities in one blow. It detonated them. You will see that I have 5 death marks left. And because it consumed, you understand how it is, it consumed 1 death mark per damage over time ability, which are these 3, Affliction, Creeping Terror, and Demolished. So it consumed 4, because Creeping Terror consumes 2, thanks to this talent here, Downfall. Dealing damage to Creeper consumes 2 death marks, so it's enhanced by 30 the damage, 30% instead of 15 in that sense, because it's 15 instead of 15, sorry, so it's 15 plus 15. Okay, so it's lagging again. Shit, I hate this shit. So one more creature and the main story quest. Plant perimeter sensors. I presume we have to get to the path there. So there's that people. No, please don't lag like that. Don't lag. Don't lag. Don't lag like that. Don't lag. It's that's those are stupid enhanced shadows or whatever. Don't lag like that. It's those planet just shit. God damn it. You could see that it was working perfectly before. It's the game. It's a stupid game engine with their. I mean, when I play on my own, it does not happen. But maybe because I am, because I have a dual, I have it on dual screen setup. Kind of like explodes or some shit like that. I'm afraid that if I lower the no, but it's just when I move. What the shit? Yeah, it's a game engine. This. Maybe if I just walk there. No, I don't think it has to do with the shit. It's kind of like exploded. The braking. Maybe if I cap the frame rate to 60, we'll have a better experience. How would I cap the frame rate to 60? 60? 60. Well, actually, it should only be this one, but okay. My monitor refresh rate is 144, but it should be the frame rate only. This one is your monitor. What about that? Alright, that worked. Okay, it's increased frame rate. Okay. I won't believe it.
I kill to serve.
Much better. I mean, it works perfectly off stream, but maybe since I'm streaming, it also affects that shit. It explodes when you change the refresh rate of your monitor, apparently. It fucking explodes. Oh my freaking god. Oh my god, it explodes when you change the refresh rate of your monitor. Why did they add that option? Previously you only had frame rate and that's it. God damn it. Stupid game engine. Stupid game engine, I'll have to restart this shit. Stupid game engine, I'll have to restart this shit, I can't believe it. It happened to me the other day, this shit. Before I started the stream. But I didn't know it was this shit, now I know it. This shit has to remain at your monitor's refresh rate. Okay, okay, okay. Can I... kill the process? Give me a second. Give me a second, let me see if I can kill the process, people. If I can kill the process, then I can restart it. Don't worry, we'll appear right where we were. Alright, so it explodes when you touch the refresh rate of your monitor. Okay. Okay, you had your... Oh well, it's Electronic Arts. It's a shitty game engine. God damn it. God damn it, people. I cannot wait for this game to that you are able to play it kind of like offline. This shit is all to assess for those stupid servers. Like, do as Warhammer Vermintide does. It allows you for well, not offline play. Do like Diablo 2. You can through modding, but do like Diablo 2, online and offline. God damn it. When you want to play PvP, you activate the online option, and when you want to play on your own these planets, the storyline, play them offline. Like, it's the best of both worlds. I don't know why they... Or like Borderlands. Borderlands implemented that perfectly. That's why I love it. I love the solution that it does, because you can solo if you are very, very good, or you can group up and do the content together as a group. That's why I think Borderlands is the best. It's the best of the best of both worlds. Well, let's see if it doesn't explode now. Don't worry, it was faster than I thought. It explodes with the refresh rate. Why did they add that option? Like, the frame rate was okay back in the day. I mean, the frame rate was okay back in the day. The game was always laggy when a lot of players, or in an operation ops group, when a lot of players were on screen. But because of that stupid engine. But still, it didn't have these crashes on normal worlds. Like, this is all because of the stupid online. That's why I despise all of that. That's why I love reverse engineering. Games shouldn't be online only. That's a crime, people. That's a crime. It introduces so many problems because you know what it happens internally, right? There's kind of like an internal table of information that is separated. That's the so-called server. It's just a table with information that the client has to communicate with constantly. It has to do table 32 ability force lightning, apply it, send it back to the client. Is that shit? All right, let's see. Should be smooth now. Let me see how it ended up. I won't touch it, but all right, it did register. Oh well, that should work. It should be smoother now. Yep. Definitely it is. I wouldn't PvP with this shit, but apparently for this it works. Oh, there's another player there. I wanted that. Sorry. I just logged in back. The next one. Okay, let me see if the abilities are smooth. Yeah, they are. With this I interrupt them. And you must be wondering, in terms of the rotation, Eraser, why did you incorporate the Force Leech here when even in PvP it's risky? Because if I am stunned between the Creeping Terror and the Demolish, the thing is that then it keeps consuming the death marks of the Creeping Terror and the Affliction. and I don't execute them, and I run the risk that they will consume all of the death marks on the target. You'll see it. It's a bit advanced, but it consumes all of the death marks on the target, and because of that, then when I execute the Plague Master and I detonate all of the damage over time effects, you run the risk of not having 4. I need to ensure always that I have 4 remaining death marks, so the 15% damage is applied to all of it. Okay, enough of me talking about intricacies, people. I wanted to talk about the sequential ability rotation. Hey, nice water. That's definitely not the water that they designed at the beginning of the game, when they started development of the game in 2011. Okay. So, people, I need to kill one more creature. That should do it. Balance, defeated, jungle, missions, blah 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 blah. Okay. Conquest, blah blah. Story time, conquest. Yeah, they love you. Electronic Arts loves you. Yeah. Okay. Hey, we have an unexplored section there. So as I was, hey, heroic area. What's that shit? Republic soldier. I see the problem. No worries. I know what to do. Will do. Republic territory, yeah. Probably I shouldn't. This is for open world PvP. No matter. There you will see that I left a face walk mark. That will allow me to teleport back there. Alright, so if I want all of the map explored, I'll have to get into the Republic base. Those icons there indicate that you shouldn't be here. They will kill you in one blow. They are PvP guards. They are not normal NPCs. But if I want the whole place explored, I'll need to at least set foot there. At least for a second. Oh. It's even better guarded through that corner. It needs to have a weakness, a weak spot that I can sneak, and there we go. That worked. And now, oh, I'm out of range. Very well. It's only 60 meters. There you can see that it indicates. There we go. Those are PvP guards. You cannot kill them alone. You are meant to bring a group, kill them all, and we'll ignore the ones that attack us. We already killed the creatures. You'll see that we're in combat there, but won't matter because we'll be faster and we'll break their line of sight. Basically, through there, through that cave, North Swamp Cave. There it is. I need that. Defeat lurkers. I think this is part of the daily. You mean exploration? There we go. Lurkers. You mean those things? This is the daily here. So, getting into the topic of analysis for today, precisely that I was talking about before the game crashed. The only topic, the only thing I criticized Sacred 2 by the end of the game, I criticized to Sacred 2 the sequential ability rotation. In Sacred 2 there wasn't a sequential ability rotation following the style of Diablo 3, the isometric action RPG genre, and the pretty much Dungeons and Dragons 3.5. Well, in 4.0, besides the strict role assignment that we talked about yesterday, no, last week, sorry. Besides that, hey, you get some reputation thingies there, I think, could it be? Ah, yeah. See, for example, that. Ah, no, that's for Rishi. For the previous planet. Reputation trophy. Here we also need to have some reputation trophies, I presume. Scan for the Revanites, commanders, transmission signal. Daily chopping block, like this. Oh no, shit. Macro binoculars mission. Oh, I remember this shit when they introduced it. The player base was thought it was so stupid. It's a macro binocular mission.
Nothing personal.
I love how the health bar disappears. Defeat Masashi roamers. So these are kind of like distant ancestors of the Sith purebloods. Okay. Revan, blah, 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 blah. So right, but you have the direction there. All right, I presume I have to stand there in that direction and find some shit with the macro binoculars. Get out of my way. I have to do some scanning. We got a nice little tiger. There. You don't even survive the rotation. Good. So, according to the map, it should be here. Let me see. Let me see what's the shit that they want me to scan. I remember that the player base hated this shit when... Ah, there it is. Revanite signal transmitter. Hated this shit when they introduced it. The macro binocular missions, I don't know why they were pushing this shit back then. Power source detected. Cut the power of the Revanite commander's camp. I can see it from here. Problem is, how do I get up there? That camp seems to be perfectly cut off from this position, with definitely no way of climbing that. I wonder if the map is interconnected and you actually have to... a cave or what? Hey, the soundtrack is so beautiful. So, the sequential ability rotation, people. What I wanted to talk about today. The sequential ability rotation is a feature of Dungeons & Dragons 4.0, and the very reason why I always say that... The very reason why I always say there's no cave here. Alright, we'll continue with the next one, and... maybe... download data from a guard console? Oh well, we have some more missions here. Ah, let's get over there. What the? No, don't explode again. Ah, there's another player there. Two more players. I don't know what the shit they are doing there. Huh? Shit, what's going on with this stupid planet? So as it was perfect some minutes ago. Maybe because there are more players on the instance, it's a crappy engine. I'm sure of it. Maybe if I just lower the graphics for next time, it'll be better. What the shit? Maybe if I... Sometimes it's the chat. Stupid shit. Is that an objective or what? No, it's just a reflection of that shit. Stupid planets. Maybe if I reduce the shadows for next time, we won't have this stupid issue. But it worked perfectly last time. With the same settings. With the fucking same settings. Well, not like this.
Body count rising.
That should do it. It's only when I fucking move. Huh. Oh, right here they drop reputation trophies as you... Okay. They drop those stupid reputation trophies as you kill enemies. That's a better solution than what they did with Rishi that you have to wait. Let me kill that thing. Stop lagging shit. Stop lagging, you fucking shit. God damn it. See why I hate online games and all of those things. That's the reason. So, getting into the ability rotation, people. It's because of the players, perhaps. Because when there were 10, it wasn't a problem. Oh my god, this shit, what's going on? Hey, we have a legendary there. Maybe I can... Ah, and it's in my objective. Training regimen. Download data from a guard console, and it's being guarded by that guy. Okay, let's... Oh, please stop lagging. I hate it when games lags. I cannot... It's something that gets me on my nerves. Can I... Maybe it's the shadows, I don't know. Maybe I can reduce, I don't know. Shadows, what the fuck's the problem? Why does it explode when I touch the settings there? Fuck your shadows. Fuck your stupid shadows. Maybe I don't know. The level of detail. Rendering distance? No, graph rendering distance. Maybe it has to do with that since it's when I move. Ah, this one I can push it to ultra. I'll put it on medium. I think there's another player waiting to do it. He's so courteous that he's waiting for me to get the objective. Poor guy. There we go. Now it works. What about now? Stupid shit. No, it doesn't have to do with the settings. It has to do with this stupid engine. This is a stupid engine. Commander Generian, Revanite Centurion. Alright. Probe. Place over here. What? Shit. Alright, that should do it. Now, pay attention, people, at the debuffs that I applied to that boss, because you will see how when I cut them, it will be kind of like I'll have some left. You'll see. Well, first, Force Lightning. This one will be able to take the hits. Then the Creeping Terror. And now they start ticking. See that 15, 14, 11. See how I... Stupid shit. Stupid shit. Why is it lagging? Why is this shit lagging? Hey, it's quite powerful. Looks like I'll have to play a bit... I cannot play like this shit. Oh, fuck you, Electronic Arts. Always fuck you. God damn it. Alright. It's lagging so hard, shit. Why is it lagging so hard, that shit? Can I stun that shit? Ah no, you cannot stun it. Well, I cannot play like this. Not so fast.
Maintenance required.
That's scam. Stupid scam. Stupid lag. I don't know what's wrong with this stupid planet. But you are dead. Censure the commandment. It has to do with the planet, huh? It's lagging so hard. Downloading computer information. Running, logging, level 1 defense is engaged. Oh well. easy. That's the only way Electronic Arts found to make the difficulty of the game higher, by making the player lag every time he moves. Dead. And dead. Oh, come on, you're distracting me from my complex and refined analysis with this stupid lag. Oh, what's that? Well, there, that one survived. See that it leaves them with 9 death marks? That way I ensure that... Well, I mean, shit, I cannot play like this. Cannot play like this. I'll get killed here, out here. Maybe I don't know, it has to do with the fact that I'm straining the internet connection with the soundtrack there. Let me see, people. Let me see. Maybe I'm straining the internet connection with the soundtrack. I don't know, because this has nothing to do with the performance. But last time it worked perfectly. I don't get why this shit gets laggy like that. Maybe it's a surround sound, I don't know. That's why I hate online games in general. Because they have this shit, there's always something, when it's something that you don't have complete control over in your environment, this shit happens. This shit happens. Let me see. Maybe it's the fact that it strains the internet connection. That it strains the internet connection way too much. Let me remove the reproduction of the soundtrack there. Maybe that works. Maybe it's the fact that I have the stream open to see what the fuck I'm doing. Let's see. Let's try it now. Let's try it now. Let's try it now. No, but you could see that under the same circumstances, it worked perfectly previously. Let's see. Let's see if it's the internet. No, it's not. I've already reduced everything. I don't know what else could be wrong. And my answer is that it is the game engine. That's why I cannot find the cause. Well, it's a bit better, I guess. Huh. It's a bit better, I guess. It could be that it's way too strenuous on the connection rather than the graphics. Well, at least it improved. And I mean, it's the only change that happens when I'm playing on my own and I have no... Well, I have no issues. It does have the lag of the old servers, but still. It could be that. But my connection is kind of like... You could see that I could stream my PS Vita. It could be that because they have old servers that are not optimized for the API calls. No, well, but it's better. It's better. Yeah. Oh well, people will play without soundtrack then. You'll have to there we go. You'll have to enjoy my beautiful boys instead alone. Alright. Sadly we're gonna do that boss fight again with normal. Alright, it's a reproduction of the soundtrack plus the stream plus the game connection itself. Alright, the three things I get. Alright, then I'll have to download the soundtrack somehow and play it with my own player. Okay, yeah, I should have thought about that previously. We'll do that for next time. But last time it worked. Well, whatever. To hell with it. To fucking hell with it. To freaking hell with it. Maybe if I just use the... Maybe I can just use the game soundtrack very, very low. Maybe. I don't know. Not like it would make a lot of difference when we are farming kind of like mobs out in the wild, just for the cutscenes. So yeah, well, let's not worry about that. Let's get into the topic of analysis for today, people. That was a nice force push, but not as powerful as my demolish. Hey, I'm enjoying killing these walkers way too much. Cannot see target? What? I bet everyone can see that by now. Let me... oh, damn it. Well, I increased my casting times there for a sec. They cannot survive my new and enhanced rotation. Okay, how about I stop wasting my time killing random stuff and defeat Revanite droids. Only the droids count. Like that one? Yes, only the droids count, indeed. We still need to find a way to get on top of that platform. Well, getting into the topic of analysis for today, people. The sequential ability rotation. What's the sequential ability rotation that I'm so in love with? And I say it's the highest point of abstract complexity that helps us. Okay, here we have another player there. No, I'm looking for the droids. Hey, there's a personal face there. Imperial Guard Academy, blah 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 blah. Droid, some droid. I think that one is a droid. Yeah, that one is a droid. You have to kill the other idiots just to get one droid. I can see why you only have to kill 6. But well. And I also have to kill the Mathasti rumors for Trachias. Okay, Trachias. Whatever, however that might be pronounced. Hey, you get the reputation idea. This is... hey, heroic area. Ultra... I wonder if the droids here count? I'm not going to be intimidated by just a group of mobs. I'll just get a bit of... maybe I can use Unity to increase my defense by 50%. Just for the initial assault and increase... with this I'll increase my damage. With this I'll increase my critical chance of my direct damage abilities, which will be used on Force Leech and Deathbrand because they restore me health, so they are actually Life Leech. So I'll use this one once I cast this, and this one increases my casting times. So... and my Resurgence will increase my armor. So let's go. So for a good Force Storm... shit. Nope, it's still liking this shit. Okay. Give me back. Give me your life. There. Well. I cannot account for that. It pushed me out of a platform. The pieces of shit. Damn it. Stupid shit. They pushed me out of a platform. And with that lag, I cannot react to that shit. Alright. Where was I sent to? God damn it. They pushed me out of a platform. Happens. Alright. Where am I now? Temple approach. I see another quest there. What's that? Datapad. Hunters hunted. Resets in 14 hours. This mission can be repeated one more time. Hey, this is new. At least they created a new interface for this shit. That's it. Where as soon as I let the drop zone, fast. Blah 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 blah. Yes. We have one more daily there. It's right there. I'll have my vengeance on those pieces of shit once I go back to that area. You bet that's going to happen.
You saved my life. We were dead, and you... Thank you.
Alright.
They ambushed us. That was smart. They should have killed us then.
Bonus defeat Masashi. Alright, I don't know what quest I'm doing right now, maybe the one I just picked because it's close to the area. Oh. But I'm just doing everything. We'll do one whole round of dailies to get to know the terrain. I don't know the fucking terrain of this place. Damn it, I couldn't even get to Death Brand. I hate it when I kill them before I finish their rotation.
Thank you.
Are they all going to repeat those stupid phrases every time you rescue them?
Masashi freaks killed my buddies. They're not killing anymore.
Alright, you have to kill them before you complete the quest, otherwise the bonus doesn't work. Indeed. Only one scam left. That's right. Completed bonus mission. There you can see it. Some 6,000 creds there. We're good.
Masashi freaks killed my buddies. They're not killing anymore.
And that's it. We completed another one. Recover the relics. Ah, yeah, this was another one of the dailies that I had to do. I wonder where the... Maybe that's the area that I was just expelled from. Before we go over there. Oh, they are angry. There we go. I don't know where the fuck I was sent when I was pushed off that platform. Well, the sequential ability rotation, people. Getting into the topic of analysis finally. Yeah, definitely it's this zone. Ah, it's over there. It's over there. So I'll be able to have my... Ah, yeah, we were right there. I'll be able to have my stupid vengeance. I'll be able to have my stupid vengeance and complete the dailies. All in a day's work. Do you believe what's that achievement? Defeated 75 Revan forces while on Yavin 4th. Already 75 dead? Oh well. Where's the scam that pushes? It's probably the bosses. Perfect. Ah, they are in old PvP gear. No matter. You are going to die so fast. You are going to die so fast that you won't even know what hit you. So first we'll kill the pushers. We'll kill the pushers. There we go. One dead. Where's the other pusher? This one. Alright, Steel Punch that one. That one is the one that pushed me. Not so fast. I stun him. And now I'm killing it. Dead. You are next. I don't know why I got to this area, but when I get killed, I just have to go back and kill whatever killed me in this game. I feel compelled to do so. That's the beauty. That means the game is good. It means the game triggers you. If the game triggers you, the game is good. There we go. And we have a lot of loot. Hey, I bet there are more groups in there. It's a heroic area after all. Heroic means that it's meant for 2 people. But we can do it. But no, let me get to the quest because otherwise we'll never finish it. I need one more droid to kill around the stupid temple. One more droid place to kill around the stupid temple. So getting into the sequential ability rotation, people, that I was delayed because of how fascinated I am by the game. The great complexity that it introduces, because you can see how damage can change drastically according to the order in which you trigger your your abilities and how they all influence each other. There's the last one. That one's mine. Thank you. Yeah, it was a connection. It's a shitty connection of their old server. Green in the jungle war. We already killed 100. 300. 300. But we just killed. Didn't we just kill 75? Ah, Revanite forces. The other one is a total. Ah, no, actually, we already killed 300. Only Revanite forces. We already killed 300. I know it's legacy wide. I know. I remember that with my sniper I killed. Okay. With my sniper long ago, I did get to the planet. I was forced to get to the planet to do the daily. Yeah, I remember long ago. Yeah. I just got to the end and I started killing. I got bored and then I started playing PvP. Yeah. Now I remember. Yeah. No, we didn't kill 300 right now. Though we probably contributed greatly to that number, much more than all of my previous efforts. So getting into the ability rotation, the highest abstract complexity of the game comes from that. See how intricate, how perfectly tied together the rotation, the efficiency in the implementation of the gameplay mechanics is. The Force Lightning affects the Demolish. The Affliction affects the Force Leech. The Death Brand, yeah, you have new mail from the NPCs for completing the quests. Yeah, right. Yeah, we are all happy and etc. The Death Brand affects all of the internal abilities. Because it enhances damage for the second rotation. So the idea is that according to how you arrange the abilities, they are so intrinsically tied, so closely tied together that they all affect each other, and that enhances the intrinsic abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics. In that sense, which, as I always say, people, it's always positive, because increasing the abstract complexity always increases replayability and pretty much everything, as I always mention. Our brain works through repetition, so the more you have to repeat. What did I have to kill? That thing over there, right? I should probably crank up the graphics again. It was because of the connection, most probably. There we go. We're doing it complete with the bonus and everything. Yeah, then I will guess how I'll figure out how to get that one. Let's get over here. I know we have to finish the other one, the altars of history shit there. We can do a quick run through the jungle. So you can see how, in fact, this death brand here, there's something which is, this should be here because it affects the internal abilities, but it will consume the other ones. Yeah, but the highest concentration of damage is when I activate all of this. Maybe before Life Leech, but yeah, it's not good for PvP because then you have to. Then you have the problem of not being able to paralyze the target. Ah, but it doesn't matter. Ah, no, right, it doesn't matter if I use it here because of how I cut it with this. You only lose the damage of the 3 seconds of the ticks. No, it's properly done. I thought the ability rotation perfectly. See how the intricacies I'll have to confess this, people. I've spent whole, hey, another player, nice. I've spent whole days just looking at skill trees in this game, like an entire day. Especially because you could do hybrids back then. It was different. You could do hybrid builds, and especially for the sniper, for example, it meant a great deal because you could combine poison damage with explosions. It was complex. With the old skill tree system, hey, this is the area where we were previously, you could combine them, and I say these people, I have spent entire days looking at the skill tree. Like I will, oh, like I will probably do, and I have done as well, with a lot of the classes that I haven't played originally in World of Warcraft. That's why I think skill trees should have remained. There's one more quest there. We'll have here. Hey, there's a player there. Maybe there's a quest for us to find. Sergeant.
If we don't get massive support soon, we're all dead. And I didn't sign up to get eaten.
Defeat stone race? What do you mean stone race? What's a fucking stone race? Probably an animal. Alright, we can get there once we recover the relics for the other NPC. I have spent entire days looking at this skill tree. When a game can do that, when the potential of, and this is the key that I wanted to get to today, when the potential of increased DPS is exponentially increased because of how perfectly tied it is to the choices of the player, it's the sign. That is the sign. Hey, I think there are other players doing this shit because I saw a guy touching that. Oh no, not the lag again. Yeah, it has to do with the players then, or with the chat. I don't know, or the area. I don't know what's with this shit. Relic. I think it's when it respawns shit. When the server responds shit. Could be. See, everything has to do with connections. With the connection of the game. Yeah, well, no, I need that information to know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, definitely I didn't saw of these guys when I entered the area. The players were farming. And the respawn triggered that. Alright, anyone who wants to die over here? Yeah, it's when the server has to respawn the creature. Probably. Don't worry, when we do PvP, this won't be a problem. Well, when we did, we already done it. We already done some. So, as I was mentioning, when the degree of complexity is so perfectly tied to the player's decisions, so that it can drastically affect the damage you deal, you're in presence of a good game, most probably, because the extra complexity will be off the charts, like it is in this case, especially when it had the original skill trees. Now you just pick, you just make some choices. In that sense, that element, the fact that you can potentially increase the damage so much because of your own decisions, instead of what a lot of modern games do, that is kind of like a set path. The extra complexity is completely enhanced. There's a balance for killing them. Good. I always love that. The extra complexity is enhanced, and because of that... Oh well, I should have gone for affliction there. No matter. Stay put there. Oh, I failed my... It failed it. He resisted the attack. Stay put there. There we go. Let me reactivate so it takes the full damage. Oh, that was a bit overkill, but no matter. Hey, well, at least these ones drop creds. No, only the yellow ones. Only the bosses. So, did we get the objective? No. 10 out of 15, 11 out of 15, 10. There we go. 11, 12, and 13. There we go. Easy. So that's the key, people. That's the key that a lot of reviewers never get to. The abstract complexity of the gameplay mechanics is directly affected by this. is directly affected by this. What would be the perfect case? What would be the perfect case, people? The perfect case is a game in which